again. You can use the ball in your calves. If you just roll the calf around a little bit, you can find a place that's tight and you can treat that. Sometimes what I prefer better in the calves are the pool noodles and the tennis balls. As you roll it around, find a tight spot, and then you're just going to let it sit there and rest. You can try the pool noodle. And what's nice with the pool noodle is you can turn your leg inside or out. I'm going to go ahead and pull your... If you turn it to the outside, you can get more along the bone here, or you can turn your foot and leg and have it straight up to get the tissue here, or you can turn in. So wherever you need to treat, it's just whatever feels tightest. So as you move this along your calf, you know, if you roll it up or down and turn your leg in, wherever feels the tightest along that area is then where you just let it settle and be for the good 5, 6, 7 minutes. So if you want to know where to treat, it's very simple. You just roll and feel and find the place that feels the tightest, and then you stop there and let it sit for 5, 6 minutes. So people always ask me, where should I treat? How do I know where to treat? It's wherever it's tight. And one day you may treat one spot, the next day you may treat another. A lot of people come because they have knee pain or pain in their hips. And a very significant place is treating the front of the legs and the side of the legs. The IT band, which runs from the knee to the hip, can be a very significant problem. If that gets restricted or tight, then it can literally pull the knee or the hip out of alignment. And no different than if your car is out of alignment and the tires are going to wear unevenly. If your hip or your leg gets out of alignment, then the joints are going to have wear on them that is uneven, which will cause, pain, can lead to meniscal tears, ACL tears, things like that, or problems with the hips. So a really good way to treat the side and front of the leg is using one of these pool noodles. And again, if you put a pipe inside of it, it makes it harder. So when you're doing this, if it feels too intense, you can always take the pipe out so that it's softer. But what we like to do is getting a piece of the pool noodle, and as you lay down, you can put this along the side of your leg, and I can put just enough weight on here so that I feel pressure. And if I scoot along, then you'll feel places that can be very painful and very tight. If you roll slowly along it, that can help to kind of soften and loosen the tissue up, but then you'll find the place that feels the tightest, and you can stop there. And as I come down, if I put my other leg on top, I can add just enough pressure to where there is tension, but not so much that I feel my body bracing against it. Sometimes we're taught to put as hard and pressure as we can, and it can be extremely painful, and it's not the pain that's bad, but if you put too much pressure that your body is fighting against it, then you can actually be causing damage to healthy tissue. If it's painful, but you feel that you can work through that and the tissue gets softer, then that's a good thing. Once you find the spot, get enough pressure on there to where you feel the tension, and then you're going to hold it there, again, the 5, 6, 7 minutes, and let that treat. So you can do that again along the side of the leg. You can go all the way up along the side of the hip. And then you can also treat the fronts of the legs the same way. If I'm getting on my stomach, you can put the pool noodle right there on the thigh. And again, if you roll, you'll find the place that feels tight, and then you just want to give it the pressure and give it the time. Again, 5, 6, 7 minutes, letting that soften onto the pool noodle. And what this is going to do, as you treat this spot, you may feel this area softening. You may actually feel pain going to your knee or up to your hip. If you treat a place and you find it reproducing some of the pain that you've been having in your knee, then you know the part that has been tight that's causing that pressure. Again, when this tissue gets tight, it can have up to 2,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. So that can cause crushing force onto your joints. The key with this treatment, again, you can roll it back and forth to find the tight spot. That will help loosen up the tissue, but it doesn't actually cause the tissue to change. Once you find the spot, you need to do the whole 5, 6, 7 minutes of direct pressure on that spot to really get the tissue to change. So the tennis ball